Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
In the CP command, what we do, we copy our files and folders from host to container and container to host. This is the thing which we do. Now if someone will ask me a question, can I copy from the one container to another container of my file using CP command? Answer is no. Then you'll ask me, is there any way where we can share the same files in the both the containers? Answer is yes. How? Volume. But I'm not talking about the volume right now. I'm talking about the CP command. So CP command. So guys, can we go ahead and create some containers? I want to copy the file. So let's get started. So do you have a container right now? I have no container. Do you have a container right now? ITT Ubuntu. I have one container. Now Docker PS, see this container. Now inside this container, look at my screen guys. Inside this container, I want to execute this container and I want to say, do we have any file in OPT location? No file is there. So can I create one file? Vi DevOps school.txt, and in this I love Docker. Now this file I created guys, you can see that this file is created. I want to copy inside this container at this location. How to do that? Docker cp, which file? It can be directory also. To where? Here. Inside where? OPT. Guys, I copied. Can I see that now? Is there? Can I see the content now? OPT is there. Okay guys, so I copied a file from the host to container. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to delete this file from the host. Here it is. Now can I copy back from the container to host machine in this location? Yes. So let's do this. So source is host machine, sorry, container, and then host machine is a dot. Here it is. Okay, I copied it from the container to host. You can see that. So guys, these are the commands I tried it out in order to create a in order to show you the demo of CP command. Guys, can you hear me now?
It is good now.
Yeah, so I think maybe my internet got changed because of internet was not available. So okay, no problem. So here I said yes, it is possible. Remember again, you are giving so much of importance to the container. Me is also container, you are also containers, we all are container, but these containers, the one which we are working with, Docker, are privileged one. That means you and me log into my laptop, we have shared the resources, but these guys get their own resources. That's the difference. So yes, can we copy from the one user to another user? Yes, it's possible, but because we are working with the container technology using Docker, so I'm using all the Docker commands, but you can do manually also everything.
Hmm.
Okay guys, so let's move on. I'll come back to that. I'll teach you how to create the images which from where you are creating container, then you will find lots of new discoveries as well. It's a very good topic actually. Okay, so now I covered the cp command already. Now next one is create command. I have covered already. Now what is a diff command which is doing? So guys, here what is a diff command? Let me tell you here in a simple way. Here it states inspect changes to files or directories on a container's file system. I want to simplify this one. You know what? Since a container got created, okay, container got created, file you can using diff command, using a diff command, you can see any files got changed. I say changed, got added and got deleted. You can see that in simple word. Okay, so in short way, any files once after the container is created, any files got modified, any files got added, any files got deleted, you can see that. So by the way, if I look at this container right now, let me, if I look at this container here, guys, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so if I look at this container here, there is one file I added in the OPT directory in order to show you the CP demo, right? OPT directory. So what do we do in this case? Can I have already added one file just for the demo. Can I change this file and can I delete that file? So guys, look at my screen here. What I will do, docker ps, I would like to go inside a container and work with that container. Though I can work from outside also, but don't want to do that. Now remember, I'm doing attach, though you can do exec also, but I am doing attach. Why attach? Because I saw that PID1 is bin bash, and when I attach, I go to the bin bash, and in fact, I'm a human being. Bin bash is designed for me only, so I have no problem attaching to the bin bash. Okay, so right now I got attached to bin bash. You can see that here, PID1. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to some location under the etc, and here I am going to delete one file, which is this one. Mind it, I'm deleting this file issue, and I am going to edit this file, which is called modification existing file. And vi editor unfortunately is not there. No problem, I can use cat command to append this file, I love India. Okay, and then enter Control D. Now I'll validate issue.net and I love India got appended to that file using cat command. Okay, good. So here I did one file deletion, one file changed, and under OPT a new file got added as well. I will come out of this Control PQ. Mind it, I said Control PQ. All this thing I have taught you already. So guys, can I now run this command, and which is diff command? So can we do that? So docker diff and container ID, and you see here this file got added, this file got changed, this file got deleted, this directory and this directory got changed as well because of addition and change. So here you saw that diff command is very powerful. How it works? Again, many answer is hidden in the Docker technologies, Docker image technologies, Docker layers technology. I'll teach you all this thing one by one. So guys, this is all about diff command. Now guys, exec command, I have already explained it to you. I'm not going to.
One question, Rajesh.
Yeah.
So this diff command, you are giving the diff on the node machine, right?
Right.
So it is currently able to identify any changes which are being done, right? on the container machine, on
Yes,
the
sir.
file system.
In any changes after that creation time of the container.
After the creation time of the container. Okay. So even like, is it like some kind of a reset time is there? Like, let's say, from the container is running from the last, let's say, 4 or 5 days. So it will give the differences from the day it has been created.
Something like that. Something like that.
Okay.
And for that, you need to be with me till end of the day, because sometime
Okay.
I'm going to answer these questions, and you will definitely you'll get surprised actually by looking at those answers.
Sure.
Okay, guys. So this is the diff command which we have. Now let's find out the next command in this list. So guys, inspect command I have tried so many times. You can do the inspect. So guys, let me tell you here, you should try inspect command. It's a very powerful command. And one more thing I must tell you, whether you understand the output or not understanding the output, please read it. Because even though if you don't understand the output, if you read it later, once you understand, you can correlate. Okay, so yes, inspect command can be for used for many things. Here it stated docker object, right? Actually docker object means container. You can use for you can use for image, you can use for network, and you can use for volume. I have not discussed about the volume as part of this topic, but I will discuss with you. Just give me some time. One by one I'll take it further. So now you are only learning container. Now next topic I will teach you how to create image, and then after that I'll teach. Before that, let me teach you volume, and then after that I'll teach you image, and then in between I'll give you the little bit of introduction about the Docker networking. Or these four things together, we call it Docker object. Yeah, there are few more plugins are there. I'm not complicating the scenarios right now. Container you know very well, image you know very well. So this is the one. So can I inspect the container and images? So guys, here right now I have a two images. Can I inspect? And here I can find out a complete information. I repeat, a complete information about Jenkins. I just said, whether you understand it or not understanding it, you should check it out. You should check it out, guys. It's a very important thing. ID, repo tag, repo digest, parent. These are the configurations for container. These are the environment variables. Look at this. These are the command line. These are the things, and you should look at it. You should read it. As I said, you don't need to understand. You don't need to be pro, but you just get to it, because you will understand slowly each and everything. Now guys, here I can inspect the containers also. So Docker inspect container ID. Here it is. Guys, look at this here. See here. I did so many times inspect container. So you can see that. So you must be wondering, okay, container has so many fields. I want to modify some of these. How can I do that? So guys, you had some commands. I don't know how many of you have looked at it. Docker help command create. Remember Docker create command? Yeah, to create a container. You see so many options you have. So many options you have. Now, same command, same options you have with run also. So again, I just said, whether you understand or not understand, please read it at least once. For example, memory changes here, port related changes here, user related changes here, volume related changes here, work directory related changes here, host information here, environment here, detach mode here, CPU related changes here. So everything you have it here, just get comfortable. Okay. So now network. Also you can see that. So how do I see the network? So Docker network ls, these are the network available right now with you. I will explain you, but right now I don't find interest in networking topic, but rather than I want going to inspect it. This is the one. Okay, so guys, you can use inspect command for anything. Okay, you can see volumes also. So volumes ls, the list of volumes I'm having right now is this many. I can inspect docker inspect volumes id. Yes, I got it. See here. Again, I'm saying whether you understand or not understanding, please read it. You'll get it. So many information one by one. Okay, good. So now guys, here I told you inspect is very powerful command and you must check it out. Here, all this thing I have tried. Let's move on to the next command. Guys, kill command we have tried. Poach command we have tried. Port command. So guys, what is a port command? Let me find out the answer for this myself. So guys, when I look at the port command, I read the documentation and it says list port mapping or a specific mapping for the containers. Okay, I want to know port mapping. So do we have any containers? So right now I have any containers. This is the Ubuntu containers. Can I docker port and container ID? I see nothing. That means there is no port mapped to this container. Can I see docker run -d Jenkins? There's one containers I got it here, and here it is docker port container ID. There's no port mapping for it. But can I do docker run -d -p? Do you remember? I hope you remember -p options. And this one, and guys, here docker ps and this container docker port, and here I see that. So guys, yes, port command will give you the port got exposed from the host machine to the containers. This is an informational command which will not do any changes, but will give you the information about if you have exposed any port for any particular containers. Sometime you need it for the quick information, or maybe you need it for the some scripting and stuff like that. Okay, so guys, yes, this is the port command which we used it for finding out the ps command. I have tried it out. Now guys, can I try rename command? What is a rename command? So guys, someone has asked me yesterday, this stupid name I'm getting, some strange name I'm getting, I don't know from where it is coming. So I have explained you, names come from the docker and they have some inbuilt algorithms. So strange, sharp, loving, all this name comes from the docker. I have no control, but can I rename it? Yes, you can do that. Can I set the name before creating itself? Yes, you can do that. So first of all, I want to rename this container to what? Dev1. I want to rename to this container to dev2. And you see here, you got renamed the container dev1 and dev2. Can I create a name of that particular container before during creation time itself? Yes, you can do that. Docker run -itd ubuntu. This command you must be comfortable. -- name Raju 1, and here it is. Clear the screen. Docker ps. This is the Raju 1. So yes, you can name it, you can rename it, and it will help you with it. So guys, this is the rename command. Now guys, next command, restart, I have covered in already, so I'm going to skip it. rm command I have covered already, so I'm going to skip it. Run command I have covered already, I'm going to skip it. Start command I have covered already, I'm going to skip it. Pause stop command already covered. Unpause command already covered. Now there's a two command. Now guys, I am not going to teach you this one, but I would feel very happy if you can find out the answer for these commands. You have a Google, you have a help command, you have experience working with the containers now. You can find out what exactly the update commands are, what exactly the wait commands are, and how can we use it. Okay, I will give you some leads. If you really find interesting, you can follow docker help update, docker help and wait, docker health run docker health create. If you find out the answer, definitely it will be great for you to learning, because sometimes you have to learn from yourself also. Okay, so guys, this will be assignment. End of the demo, you can do that. Are you ready for this assignment later point of the time, everyone? Guys, are you there? Okay, great. So guys, that was all about, you see here, that was all about working with the containers. You learned all the commands actually. First command, working with the containers. Now what I will teach you, troubleshooting and monitoring containers. This is the section I'll teach you. Now guys, here we have 5 commands. Okay, and after that I'll give you the lab, and then we'll have a discussions one on working with images. So here, before that, monitoring containers I'm going to teach you. So guys, these are the very simple commands, though I would like to give you the demo for each and every one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So this assignments, you can do it end of this, and I'm going to teach you monitoring and troubleshooting containers. Okay, so guys, these commands are very powerful, I must tell you here. You know, nowadays we are running application in a container in a data center, and these commands indirectly is helping all the monitoring tool to power the all different kind of monitoring. So let's do that. So let's find out. So guys, here I want to talk about the logs. So what is a logs? So guys, here it states fetch the log of the container. What does that mean? So guys, basically you can see logs of the PID1. Yes, using the logs of the PID1. Can I show you here? So guys, there is a 2 container here right now, few containers right now, Ubuntu container, Jenkins container. So can I show you the logs of Jenkins container? See, this is the logs. Can I show you the logs of the Ubuntu container? Docker logs container ID. I see nothing. Why it has nothing? I repeat, I said you can see the logs of the PID1. So can I go and attach and do something to this container? ls cat, cat is not good, ls df-kh. I run this term command. See the beauty, guys, see the beauty. I run ls, I got this output. I run cat and I cancel this. I run df-kh and I got this output. Now how do we come out of this? Control PQ, and here docker logs and then container ID, and you see here, look at this, look at the selected output. So that proves this, like you can see the logs of the PID1 using logs container. Okay, so guys, this is the one, you can try it out and you'll love it. Okay, now next command, ps command, which I have used a lot, so I'm not going to repeat this command here. Now stats command. Now what is stats? What it says? So guys, here it says stats command display a live stream of container resource uses. When you say resource, means what, guys? Resource means CPU, RAM. Live resources uses means CPU, RAM, and network. Okay, so can I see that? Let's check it out, guys. Here, docker stats, and you see here I have these containers and CPU percentage, memory percentage, and network IO. You see that limit is also there, and every container has a limit of 1.7, which is basically my VM's limit of 2 GB. Now a questions to you and all of you have to try it out. Can I set my CPU and RAM? Can I limit for each container my CPU and RAM? Yes, you can do that, but how can you do that? You need to find out. I gave you enough clue Using that, you can find out those answers. Okay, so guys, yes, stats commands. If you want to see the individual containers also, you can see the container ID and you can find out, okay, your container is consuming how much CPU, how much RAM, and how much network. So this is the great command which can do that. Guys, top command. Now it states top command display the running processes of container. What is this? Display the running processes of the container. Running processes of container. What does that mean? So guys, let me ask you one thing. Control C. I have these many containers. Now, these containers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if I ask you to find out the container process ID, mind it, container process ID in the host machine, how can you find out for this container? Okay, so here what you will do, ps-eaf grep docker, and you see here I have a 4 container, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, but which belong to which container I don't know. Yes guys, there are commands using that you can trace that, like inspect command, you can trace that and match the directory structures and stuff like that, and you can find it out. But is there any command to find out the process ID? I repeat, a host process ID of that container, whether this belongs to this one or this one or this one or this one. How do I know? And I want to know in easiest way. I don't want to spend time on it researching different command like inspect command, this command, that command. So guys, did you understand the problem now? Did you understand the problem? Guys, did you understand the problem? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and answer is guys, top command. So guys, if you want to know this container 1CF is having which process ID in the host machine, you can find out. So here 1595, which one is this? Here it is. Look at this. So they will tell you the host PID and PPID of that particular container. So top command is very helpful to trace back the host PID and correlate that. These are the informational command actually, guys. So guys, here using that logs, you can find out the logs. You can list out which is running and which is not running. You can find out the container CPU, RAM, and network utilization. You can find out the host process also through the top. But what about daemon? Guys, remember, I am talking about the daemon. I am talking about the server. Which daemon? Docker daemon and Docker server. How do I monitor that one? How do I monitor the event which is happening at the Docker server level? So guys, for this is the command. Some of you will try this command and say, Rajesh, I don't know, I feel stuck. So here I run Docker events command, and then you will say, okay, Rajesh, I think I stuck. I don't know what is happening. Actually, guys, you have not stuck. You are seeing the live log, live event log of the Docker server, Docker daemon. It's not stuck. You can do the control C, come out of it, and Docker Docker events. Basically, you are monitoring right now the live server. But how can I see that logs? So you have to open up a new console. CentOS, sudo, Docker needs root, right? Sudo -s. And here, what you want to do, Docker run -d Ubuntu. I'm creating one container, guys, ITD, by the way, ITD, and creating container. You see here, I said run is equal to create start, and they are connecting one network here, network connect. Okay. Can I do this with Jenkins. See here.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Look at this here. These are the things happen. Jenkins. So volume create, container create, volume mount, container started, and network connect. These are the 5 things happen. You must be wondering, okay, if I create a one container, I got only create, connect, and start. Here I get create, connect, and start, but also volume also get mounted here. Volume also get created here. Why? How come? So guys, answer is hidden in the image itself of Jenkins. Okay, some behaviors can be controlled by image itself, and in the image of Jenkins itself, they are creating a volume and they are mounting a volumes as well. I'll show you that. So in short, Docker event is a command you can monitor the Docker server, Docker daemon. Guys, did you get the answer for these questions? Everyone? Okay, so guys, I showed you the demo of all the commands. Now, so look at this here. First few commands, working with the containers and monitoring containers. Everything is done. And there are 2 assignments also you need to find out. Okay, and here. So now I'll give you, let's say, 40 minutes to have a peace of mind. Revisit everything, guys, from here till here. Okay, and get comfortable, because you are learning right now how to ride a bicycle. It's like this, how to work with the containers and monitor the containers. After that, I'll teach you how to do assembly of bicycles, like means how to create an image using this command. And for that, before that, you need to know few conceptual stuff as well. Okay, so I'm updating these notes right now. I'll give you 40 minutes and you have 40 minutes to do the lab. So let me update the notes. Where's a GitHub day 2 notes? Guys, go ahead. I have updated the GitHub. Now it's your time.
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.